my friends and fellow VEDSies, and welcome to day 15. We're halfway there. Looking back now, nothing's gonna get in our way. I've definitely made that joke before. And so since we are at the halfway point, it is tradition that I release my challenges to you all. As always, these are just fun ideas to bounce off of and give you guys ideas, and none of them are mandatory, and none of the personal ones you have to stick to. If you like someone else's, feel free to swipe it up. Let's get started. First off, I am going to go with my challenge for everybody, which is inspired by the fact that I have been reading a lot of books this year as I have been writing and getting ready to publish and all, well, not getting ready to publish, but thinking about publishing. And so I have read a lot more books this year than I have in a long, long time. And I want to hear about one of your favorite books, or a bunch of your favorite books, or how your favorite books have progressed over the years. Tell me about the books you like. That's essentially what this challenge is. And now we are going to get into the personalized challenges, starting with Abbey. Abbey, your theme this year is Past Abbey, Little Abbey, and we've been learning so much about them, but I want to just hear one fun, happy little story about Little Abbey. It doesn't have to be the craziest, it doesn't have to be the biggest, the funniest. I just want to hear one nice, sweet little story about Little Abbey. Alicia, you mentioned journaling earlier in the month, and I know you love your zines, and so I was curious to see if you've done anything interesting with that, or what progress has been made with that, or how your process has changed, or really anything related to that topic. I always find those videos of yours really interesting every year, and so I am curious to see what you do. Caleb, in the build-up to VEDS, I know we were both watching the new My Adventures with Superman show, and you are someone who knows a lot about comics, and so as someone who knows a very little about comics, I would like to hear your thoughts on what you would like to see in season 2 and beyond. If there are specific characters or arcs or directions you would like to see them take with it, or spins on different ideas, I'm sure you can come up with something interesting here, and I'd be very excited to see what that would look like. Graham, over the years we have learned a lot about who your favorite musicians are, through which songs you perform and whose history you share with us and what you geek out about, but tangentially related to that, I was curious which artists you think you take the most inspiration from, both in the sense of whose music you play and in your songwriting, who you feel like are inspirations for you or who have really influenced your style. I think it would be interesting to hear all of that. James, so D23 didn't have a lot for us this year, but they did say that they're going to be releasing a whole bunch of new lands in Disney World over the next decade. And so my challenge for you is to pitch one or more ideas for lands you would like to see in the parks. But there's a catch. Any land you pitch cannot be a solo property themed land. Now it can have multiple properties mixed in, the way Fantasyland has several different fairy tale properties integrated into it, or it can be a land that isn't really attached to any pre-existing Disney IP, but has a specific theme. But it can't just be like one movie, one TV series, one franchise. It has to be something bigger than that. I'm very excited to hear what you come up with for that. And last but never least, Jeffrey. So many years ago at this point, you made a dream roles as an actor list, and you took a break from acting for a little bit, but now you're back in it. And so I was curious, has the list changed at all? Have you added things, subtracted things? Are there roles that you've done at this point that you had on the original list? I think it would be interesting to revisit that specific concept. And so those are all of the challenges. Once again, completely optional, but I would be very curious to see what you guys come up with. And with that, my friends and fellow VEDSies, I will see you tomorrow.